this incident is happened and our life is totally destroyed.
And yeah, we're all happy. Everything's perfectly fine. Until 2008 came along, which completely destroyed our lives.
From outside, I'm happy. Outside. But day and night, I live and die.
Mumtaz Chishti and his wife Hameeda had lived in Bolton since 1976, raising their daughter Saima in their family home in Great Lever.
My childhood in Bolton was very normal. Mum was the type of person that had a very big heart. She took care of all of us, a wonderful mother.
Every way she is very helpful for me, for my children, for my communities, and she look after,
She'd welcome everyone into the house, regardless who they were or how they ever treated her. She really taught us very good family values. She was brilliant.
After leaving school, Saima moved to Australia, where she married and had a daughter of her own, Alana.
A very smart, intelligent little girl, very bright, bubbly, full of life, full of laughter. She was cheeky. I think she got the cheekiness from me. Yeah, she spent a lot of time with me. She was a mama's little girl. No matter where she went, she'd brighten up every room. Lilana, that year, in October, was to turn 5 years old, and in September she would have started full-time school.
Hameeda, they're here!
I wanted Alana to get to know my side of the family, get to know her grandparents and her uncle and aunts, cousins. We thought it'd be a nice, long, extended holiday before she starts school.
And that night, I remember we were just sitting there. Saima was sitting, and my wife. I tell her, I'm going, for prayer namaz.
On the 23rd of June, just before midnight, a wheelie bin was set alight and pushed up against the front door of their family home. Before long, their house was engulfed in smoke and flames.
Came downstairs and I feel, the smell, something is burning. My all house, is flame is going up to the roof.
I woke up to Mum screaming out. Mum was screaming really loud. You could tell that she was scared and she was very disorientated. Just vaguely, I could see Mum at the end of the hallway. She just collapsed right in front of me. My bedroom door was open. The smoke was quickly getting into the room. And all I could think is, do I go after Mum and risk Alana's life as well? If I just leave Mum where she is at the moment and try to call for help, I might be able to save all of us.
Hello, Fighter.
I need a fire brigade, please. Yeah, it's one little homework. See, there's fire everywhere. I can't see anything. I'm upstairs. My daughter's asleep. Mama, please. I can't get out.
Called for fire brigade, an ambulance, gave them the address, and that's pretty much it. That's my last memory.
On duty that night was firefighter Stephen Morris.
When we arrived at the incident, people were screaming. They had to go into the house. We climbed in, 3 of us, but the smoke was so thick upstairs, I couldn't have got in there without a breathing apparatus. My thoughts at the time were it was safe enough to go out and effect a rescue. You have to check everywhere in the house. I went out of the bedroom, back onto the landing, and all of a sudden I saw a blinding flash, and I saw fire rushing up the staircase. I felt searing heat on my face. And I looked at my arms and it was all on fire. I looked down and my legs was on fire. I was totally enveloped in fire.
Stephen was able to get to the paramedics whilst the rest of his team rescued the family.
First, they bring, Alana and Saima, and then they bring, my wife. I seen she was still, taking breath, but she was unconscious. They took Saima to the ambulance because she was, unconscious. But Alana was still, and she's asking, where is my mom? Mom, where is my mom?
They were all rushed to hospital, but Mumtaz had no idea if any of his family had survived.
3 hours, I think, the doctors came, that is it possible if you can come and can you recognize, that she's your wife. So I went with the doctors and I said, yeah, she's my wife. She's gone. She's dead.
And then I woke up, I think it was 7 weeks later, and they brought me around. I had to have all my fingers cut off. It'd gone black. So I had to have them removed. One of my biggest regrets is that I can't be the father I could have been to my son. It's just simple stuff like being able to throw a ball to your son and throw it back. It crushes me that I can't do that.
Saima was unconscious in hospital, having suffered from a collapsed lung and 3rd-degree burns.
All I remember is after a few weeks, I think it was 1.5 months later, I just remember waking up in the hospital. When nurses came, they told me about Mum. Mum's passed away. So I was robbed from the opportunity of saying goodbye to my mum. Mum was already buried, her funeral was done. And the next thing I remember the saying is that we're going to take you to Alana.
Alana had been in intensive care in Leicester and was fighting for her life.
They got me into the ambulance, rushed me over. By the time I got there to Leicester, it was too late. I just wanted her to wake up. I just wanted to hear her voice. I so desperately wanted to turn around and hold her in my arms, kiss her. The nurse came over to me and she said, would you like me to put Lana onto your arm and bring her closer to you? I looked at Alana. She had the biggest, most beautiful and the brightest smile on her face, almost as though she knew, she sensed that her mum was here. She left with such a beautiful smile.
It really is just